In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to start automating parts of your business, even if you've never thought about automation before, or you're kind of convinced that it's all just too technical. You don't need to be a tech expert, you don't need to understand code, you just need to know what you're spending your time on and be open to the idea that a lot of it can happen without you. If you're new here, my name is Chris and I've helped hundreds of businesses get more from the software they already own and use automation and AI to save time and grow faster. If you're new to automation and AI, how to implement it in your business, you're not alone. We've all been through this. It can feel overwhelming at first, like there's too much tech, there's too many tools, and not enough time to figure it all out and where to start. But I promise, once you get past the first few steps, it starts to make a lot more sense. So why automate? Well, for small business owners especially, time is everything. And if you're doing the same tasks over and over again, so think about replying to emails, scheduling calls, appointments, following up with leads, chances are there's a way to automate at least part of that. And when you do, you save time, you reduce the human error, and you make everything run that little bit smoother. There's a stat that I came across recently. It says that businesses that use automation tools are 20% more likely to see revenue growth. And who wouldn't want a bit of that? It's not that bad for something that's working away in the background while you sleep in some cases. And in this video, I'm going to take you through what automation is and what it isn't. The tools I recommend if you're just getting started, and then a few real-world examples from some of my clients, including kind of what worked and what didn't, and then how you can start small, test things out, and build up confidence as you go. So let's get started. Here's the basics. Business automation is just a fancy way of saying, let's get the software to do the repetitive stuff for you so you don't have to. That's it. No robots, no sci-fi. It's about setting up simple systems that run in the background and take care of tasks that you're probably doing manually right now. So think about when someone fills in a form on your website, the details are added to your CRM and it's automatically assigned to someone. Invoices that get sent as soon as a job is marked complete in your project management tool. Social media posts that are created for you and scheduled in advance instead of you scrambling away to get a post every day. Or maybe follow-up reminders that trigger when someone hasn't responded after a few days. It's these little things repeated hundreds of times over that quietly eat up your time. With automation, you take a few minutes to set it up. You set it up once, and then it keeps working for you every day after that. No chasing, no forgetting, no late night admin. Why is it worth doing at all? For most small business owners or employees, time is the one thing that you never have enough of. You're juggling everything, sales, marketing, admin, operations, often doing it all yourself or with a very small team. And that's where automation steps in. It's not about replacing people. It's about removing the repetitive, low-value tasks that eat into your day. So you can focus on the stuff that actually moves your business forward. And here's why it matters. Firstly, it saves time, the biggest one. Even automating a few small things can free up hours each week. It reduces errors. So once it's set up correctly, no more missed calls, no more missed follow-ups, no more double bookings or forgotten invoices. And then third, it makes you actually look more professional. So you reply really swiftly, you get consistent messaging, and you have a smooth process. And if you're planning to grow, this is where automation really becomes essential. You simply can't scale by doing everything yourself and doing everything manually. At some point, things start slipping through the cracks, or you burn out trying to keep up. Automation gives you breathing space. It means you can onboard more clients, deliver consistently, and spend more time on strategy, sales, or just getting some headspace rather than being stuck in the day-to-day. You're still in control, but you're not doing everything. So now you know why automation matters. Let's look at how to actually do it. It's not about overhauling your entire business overnight. The trick is to start small, really small in some cases. Build your confidence and let the tools do the heavy lifting. So I have a simple 4-step process to follow. Step 1, let's look at identifying the repetitive tasks in your business. Start by asking yourself, what am I doing over and over again that a machine could probably handle? So it could be sending out the same follow-up email every time someone books a call, copying contract details from one system to another, manually creating invoices every time a job is done. Make a list. You'll be surprised how much time you're spending on things that don't actually need the human touch. Step 2, choose the right tools for automation, the right tools and the right software. Once you've spotted the repetitive stuff, it's kind of time to match the right tool to the task. And there's a few good starting points. So Zapier and Make connect different apps together. So when someone completes that form on your website, you can automatically add them to your CRM, put in the contact details, send a thank you email to the person who filled in the form. Pipedrive, I use it. It's great if you need a full CRM and marketing system. It can handle lead tracking, emails, task reminders, all automatically. Airtable, that I use in some of my business OS systems. It's a bit like a spreadsheet, but it actually does stuff. So you can track projects, clients, inventory, and then trigger actions when things change. Don't get distracted by the shiny features. Start with the tool that actually solves your problem. Step 3 is start small by automating one task or process at a time. And this is where quite a lot of people run into problems, trying to do too much too soon. Start small firstly. You don't need to automate everything in one go. In fact, please don't. Pick one thing, something really simple, preferably something that's really annoying, and just fix that first. So for example, sending a welcome email when someone signs up to your newsletter, or setting up a recurring summary of data for monthly reporting. Get that one thing working, then move on to the next, and it builds your confidence and keeps it manageable. Step 4, important, test. Test and refine your automation workflows as you go. Automation is not a set and forget thing. You'll need to tweak things as you go. Maybe your emails are going in spam. Maybe a step gets skipped if someone fills in the form in a certain way. This is normal. So, for example, one of my clients set up an automation to send out invoices, but didn't realize it was actually sending draft versions. Super quick fix, but one you can only really spot when you really test it well. The key here is, as I mentioned, testing each step. Try it out yourself and just check what your customers are going to see. Before you dive in too far, it's worth knowing where things can go wrong. Most automation mistakes aren't technical. They're about rushing in without a plan, picking the wrong tools, or trying to do too much all at once. There's a few issues that I see most often, and here are the top 3. So the first one is trying to automate without clear goals. Automation works best when you know exactly, and I mean exactly, what you're trying to improve. If you're just adding tools because you've heard they're pretty good, you'll likely end up with more work and not less. So having a client come to me and say, I want to automate my entire business, is a red flag. It's just too much. So just start by reducing 30 minutes a week with an automation and just build from there. Number 2 is kind of overcomplicating workflows. And it's easy to get excited about a major 10-step automation that does absolutely everything. But the more steps you add, the more things can break. The harder it becomes to fix when you've got those 10 steps in it, as opposed to when you have less. So keep it simple. 1 input, 1 output, 1 operation. Once that's working, just layer in another step and build from there. Number 3 of the top 3 is choosing tools that really don't integrate well with each other. This is a big one. You set up 3 different apps, for example, only to find that one of them can't talk to the others. Or you need to update a subscription just to get the basic info across. And this is really a catch that's quite prevalent at the moment, is you need that additional functionality, and the software provider will want you to upgrade to the most expensive package to do so. There are often ways around this, so look at what other solutions are available to you. So, as an example, one of my clients wanted to automate their entire sales pipeline in a week. They picked 5 tools, none of which integrated particularly well, and within a few days, not surprisingly, they'd lost emails and worse, had duplicate records, and sadly had missed an opportunity. So we scaled it back to just the 1 automation when the leads came in. And then it created a task in their project management tool, and then it triggered a simple email. A simple, single email, I should point out. It worked. And then we built from there, layering more of their desired changes on the top of that one thing that we knew was working really well. So there you are. You now know what business automation actually is and what it's not, why it's essential for small business owners and employees looking to save time and to scale. I've given you the 4 steps to get started, and I've given you some of the big, simple, common mistakes to avoid. And hopefully I've showed you how to build consistent, low-maintenance systems that grow with you. If this is something that your business needs, but you don't have the time or the headspace or the resources to figure it all out, get in touch. I help clients every week save hours, cut down on manual work, and scale faster using simple, practical automation. And if you enjoyed this video, you might like this one or this one, which is also more on business automation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.